3, 2, 1. All right, so today we're going to do 40 to 45. We're getting the series of a arithmetic series. We're going to get the actual series, so that's the sum of it. So how we're going to do this is we're going to use this equation up here. And before we use the equation, we need to identify three things every time. N step, where am I going up to? A1, what is at the first step? And AN, what is at the last step? So for every question, we have to identify that before we can plug it in. So we're going to do number 40 first. You guys could write that down. That's sigma, or the sum, from 1 to 10 for this expression 1 plus 3i. Now they can use I. They use I in all of these. Typically, I use N. And because when you handwrite I, it looks like a 1 sometimes. So that's why we use N usually when we handwrite it. But when they use it in a computer, they use I. But regardless, it doesn't matter what variable it is. So we're going to identify what N is. We're going to identify what our first term is. And we're going to identify what A of N is, our last term.
So if it's I in the equation, would it be S of N equals I instead of N?
Yeah, you can replace the I's with N's. But when we handwrite it, we usually use N to lower the confusion of it being a 1. So I'm going to keep using N. So first off, our N is how far we go. And how far we go is based off the top number. In this case, the top number is 10.
Mr. T, are we going to have an upcoming test?
Good question. No upcoming tests. We don't have time to learn everything and then test properly. So instead, we'll take it relaxed. Just make sure we learn this stuff so you're a little bit prepared for next year.
Thank you.
No problem. So N equals 10. We're going from 1 to 10, so that's going to be 10 steps, all right? Now, A1 is going to be what happens on the first step. The first step here is 1. So we're going to plug in 1 into I. So 1 plus 3 times 1, which is 1 plus 3, is 4. So my first step is 4 because I plug in a 1. The next one, I'm going to plug in my last step. My last step here is 10. So I'm going to plug in 10 into I this time. So 1 plus 3 times
10. So it's 30?
31.
31, good. So
okay.
Because you got to do the plus 1 at the end. 30, then plus 1 is 31. So now we have all the actors. Now we can start to play. So we're going to plug in every number here. N is the number of steps, which is 10. Parenthesis. A1 is your first step, which is 4, or your first term, I should say, plus your last step, which is 31. All of that over 2 is going to give me my answer. S of, technically, we should put the number 10 because it's the 10th term. Anyway, 4.
So should you do 7 divided by 2 times 10?
7 or 7?
4 plus 3.
4 plus 31. 4 plus 31.
Oh, I thought that was a 3.
That's fine. So
Do you divide the 2 by the 10 also, or no?
35 divided by 2 times 10.
Yeah, so times 10. So because of order of operations, I could technically do multiplication first, which I think you're going to find easier because if you do 35 divided by 2, you get a decimal. So why don't we do 10 times 1 first? So 10 times 1 first is 350. And 350 divided by 2 is going to be 175. That might not be easier for you. So in red, I'll just do the normal way. 35 divided by 2 is going to be 10 times 17.5. Then 10 times 17.5 is 175. So both ways are acceptable. You could multiply first, then divide, or you could divide first and multiply. Doesn't matter which way you want to do. Okay? I'm showing you both. You only need to do one. That's very clear. Sometimes one is easier than the other. It doesn't really matter. If you have a calculator, it really doesn't make a difference in the difficulty.
Mr. Toldo, is this homework?
Okay, hold up. One question at a time. Was that Sophia?
Yeah, Sophia. Is this homework?
This is homework. Everything is homework usually.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And Kaplan, you spoke up. What's up?
How'd you get 350?
350? 3 times 10. Or 35 times 10 is 350.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. That's number 40. I'm going to skip to 43 because it's, or no, 44 because it's unique in a different way, okay? So I'm going to go to 44 and I'm happy to go back to 41 afterwards. Let's look at 44 here. So 44, notice this.
Wait, so was the answer 175?
175, yeah.
Okay,
That's
thanks.
all the numbers from 1 to 10 added up. So instead of making every 10 numbers and then adding them all up, we do this method. Okay, so number 44 is a little different. And I wanted to do this next just because I want to get make sure it's a little different. Notice how our starting point is not 1 anymore. It happens to be 3. So that's going to change what n and a of n is, and a1 is. Okay? So it's going to be n, we're still looking for n, a of 1, and a of n. Now, n is supposed to be the distance between the beginning and the end. When it's like 1 through 10, it's 10. When it's 1 through 8, it's 8. But since it's 3 to 9, we have to count up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So it's 7.
So n in this case is 7. So when you have a different starting point, you have to keep that in mind. It's going to be 7. So n is 7. So a of 1 is when you start off. So where do we start off here? At 3. So we have to
3.
plug in 3 into this. So 72 minus 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. So 72 minus 18, 50, 62, 54. So this is going to be 54, okay? So A1 is 54. You don't always plug in actually 1. You plug in the starting point, which happens to be 3 in this case. Next one, we're going to plug in our endpoint, which is 9. That's still 9 then. That's fine. So it's going to be 72 times 6, or minus, I'm sorry, minus 6 times 9. 6 times 9 happens to be 72. So 72 minus 72 equals
0?
0. Yeah, that's okay. It could be 0. So now we have all the actors. The play could start. N is 7. It's going to be 54 is our first term, plus 0 is our second term, or our last term, I should say, divided by 2. Very
Mr.
important. Notice how this is negative 6i. Your slope, or I say slope, your change, your difference is negative. So that's why the second term, or the farther term, was smaller. That's okay.
189.
So we got 489. So let me just do this.
189.
189? Sure.
Yeah.
So let me write it out the steps at least. 7 is 54 divided by 2. 54 divided by 2, that's an even number, so that's easy to subtract. 54 divided by, or divide. 54 divided by 2 should be 27. And then Elisa, can you tell me one more time what the number is?
189.
189. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I got a message. Is 6 times 9 equal 54? Am I a fool?
6 times 12 is 72.
Uh-oh. Look at this. Mr. Total made a mistake. 6 times 9 is not 72. 8 times 9 is 72.
Yeah, it's 54.
It's 54. Okay, so Mr. Total's a dumb person, but it's okay. We'll move on. So 72 minus 54 should be 18, which means this number should be 18. I apologize for you guys having to erase everything. It's easy for me because I'm on a computer, but I know it's annoying when you have pencil or you're using pen, you gotta cross everything out. And then we're gonna erase this. So it's not 54 over 2, it's gonna be 54 plus 18, so that happens to be 72 divided by 2. Then 7 times 27. And thank you, Honey. Honey pointed it out to me, so I appreciate it. So 72 divided by 2 is 36. And then 36 times 7.
Mr. T,
Yo, Ralph.
252.
in general, how do you get n
in general, how do you get n?
AN.
AN. Oh, AN is just the what you plug in for the last term. So AN, in this case, I got AN by plugging in 9 into the equation. For 41, I'm going to plug in 8 to that equation. For 42, I'm going to plug in 18 for that equation.
Okay.
So it's the top number, okay? All right. So I'm sorry, the answer should be 252. Thank you guys who helped me out.
Welcome.
No problem.
Are we going back to the other ones?
Yeah, you want to do the other ones, or you want to have your exit ticket?
I don't care. Exit ticket's fine. But if since you're gonna give us, since we're gonna have to do them on our own, could you post the answers so we could check them?
Okay.
Thanks.
The answers are already posted with this thing, so.
They are. I thought you only posted the sheet.
Yeah.
Well, then let me post the answers after this. I didn't realize I forgot to post it. Okay, but let's do 41, and I'll give you one exit ticket, okay? So
Do 41 isn't our exit ticket or it is?
41 is not your exit ticket. I'm just doing 41 again.
Okay.
All right, so I'm clearing up some space. Okay. 41, I'll do it on the left side over here. So 41 is -3 minus 2i. Again, we need 3 actors. N, A of 1, and A of n. You can't start the play without these guys. So first one, we're looking for n. So what's the difference between 1 and 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go up to 8. So n is 8. We have 8 steps in total, essentially. A1 is going to be, I plug in my first number. So Rafi, when you find A1, you plug in the first number. When you find AN, you plug in the second number, the top number.
Okay.
Yeah. So A1, I'll do it in blue. A1 is -3 minus 2 times 1, which is just 2. So -3 minus 2. Remember, that's a bigger negative, so that should be -5, okay?
-5? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
-5. And then in green, I'll do the top. 8, we're going to plug it into here. -3 minus 2 times 8. -2 times 8 is -16. So -3 minus -16 is -19. Okay. So we got all the actors. Let's start to play. It's going to be n. N is 8 times A1, which is -5, plus -19. So I could just write -19. Okay. Because it's plus -19, I'm going to write -19. All over 2. Let's do the top. -5 minus 19 is -24.
So 24 times 8.
You could do it like that. 24 times 8. Or you could do -24 divided by 2 first. Because 24 is even, it might be easier.
So 192 divided by 2.
Yes. 192 divided by 2. Regardless which way you do it, you should get
96.
96. -96, I'm sorry. Because remember, that's -24. So it should be -96. You could do -24 divided by 2. That gets you -12. And then -12 times 8 gives you -96. You could do 8 times -24 first, which gives you 192, -192. Then divided by 2, that should get you -96, no matter which way you do it. Okay. Your exit ticket is going to be number 42. So you're going to send me the answer privately to number 42. Try it out. And if you get it right and I say, hey, I see your answer and you got it right, you're free to go. Now, I need to do it too. So. Raheli, are you already ahead of me? That's a big number. Give me a second till I get it. 18. That's 8. Raheli, I agree with your answer. Good job.
Mr. T, what about me?
Rafi, I think you forgot something negative. I think that's why you got that answer. You're
Oh,
off.
it's negative 2.
Well, it's not negative that number. That's not the answer. That's not the right number for it.
Mr. Tobal, are we allowed to leave?
Raheli, you're free to go because you got it right.
Thank you.
Let me see. What did you do, Rafi? Robot calls, man. All right.
That made me laugh.
Mr. Tobal, I'm not sure what
All right. So, Ellie, you're off a bit. So let's talk about it, Rafi.
Am I off?
I have a really big
You're off
number.
by a couple of hundreds. Okay? Rafi, let's talk about it. What did you get for your N, Rafi?
my N is 18.
I agree. What did you get for your A of 1?
8.
8, I agree. What did you
I
get
got negative 80. I got negative 84.
for A of 1?
Yeah,
I got
Wow.
You're plugging in 1. You're plugging in 1, Kaplan.
I did.
You did it do it right. Did you write 61 for some reason? I don't know how you did that.
Oh, maybe I did. I don't know.
Okay.
14
No.
minus 6.
So give me, what is Rafi? Your A of N.
16.
It's 18. You got to plug in 18 here. So what's 18 times 6?
Oh, it's 26.
No, it's not even close. Do it with the calculator. Have a calculator or use Google.
108.
No.
What?
Oh, wait. 6 times 18 is 108. Then 14 minus 100.
Negative 4.
I heard negative 94. So everyone, this
You check
plug in
your-
18
Mr.
is
Tobal?
minus, no, Lisa.
It's not? Okay.
No. Negative 108 when you plug in the 18. So 114 minus 108 should be negative 94. So make sure your A of N is 94. Yeah, the numbers get big. That does happen. And imagine you had to add up 18 numbers like this. So that's why we use the shortcut.
Oh, why did I have negative? Okay.
Okay?
Mr. Tobal, is it 918?
I wrote it down wrong a minute.
Okay. Rafi, what did you say? I'm sorry.
918.
What is 918?
The number.
The final answer?
Yeah.
No. And again, privately message me that. Don't say it out loud.
Is that right, Mr. Tobal?
Elisa, no.
No? What did I
No.
do wrong?
Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it. So I'm here. Everyone should agree with the actors down there. So plug it in. 18. Parentheses. 8.
Wait, can you check if I got it right?
No, you got it wrong.
Negative.
Mr. T, I have no idea what I did wrong. I got
Okay,
everything.
okay. Let's look at it because that's fine. We'll do another exit ticket then. Kaplan, no.
Am I right?
No.
What?
But how is that not right?
Let's go through it. 8.
Am I right?
Rafi, good. It just should be negative. That's the only thing you're missing, okay?
Okay.
So this is 8 plus A of N. A of N is 94. Rafi, you're free to go there. You did, okay? Connie, you got it. Yehuda, you didn't get it.
You got it?
Did I get it? I feel like I got it.
Kaplan, no. Yehuda, no.
You did
Connie,
get it?
yes. All right.
Thank you, Mr.
All right,
Is it
everyone.
positive?
Anyone can tell me what's 8 minus 94, please.
I got negative 102.
And
What's the
minus
what are we, 8
84.
minus what?
94.
Negative 102.
And wrong. Get it again. 8
Wait, 8
minus
minus
94.
what?
94. 8 minus 94 right here.
Oh, I did negative.
Negative 86?
Boom. Negative
Negative 86.
86. A lot of you
I
guys wrote
thought it
probably
was-
negative 10 something, right? 102.
I wrote negative 8. I did negative 8 plus negative 94.
Ah, see, that's a mistake. It's a positive.
Yeah, I had 8 minus.
I thought it was a
Wait,
positive.
so Mr. Tobal, is it this?
What is what?
Can you check?
Yehuda and Rachel, now you got it. Good.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
I'm gonna
Did I get it?
Thank you.
Did you type it?
Is this it?
Elisa, no. Sophia.
What am I doing wrong?
All right.
Wait, am I right?
Sophia, no. Okay.
What?
86 divided by 2. Everyone, somebody tell me that. What's negative 86?
Negative 43.
43. Now, what is negative 43 times 18?
Yeah, never mind. Because my calculator, if I did,
Oh, it's
I
the
did it all in
calculator.
one.
Yeah, the calculator.
I did it all in one and then it doesn't
Right, I'm
work.
kidding.
Is that right now?
Elisa, you got it. Ellie,
Okay,
no.
good. Because
Oh,
when I do it
Ellie.
I did like all of it in my calculator, divide, and then multiply, so you
Did I
can't do
get
it
it
all at once.
now?
I see, Elisa. That's why we do it part by part. Kaplan,
Yeah.
you got it.
Okay, bye.
Mazel tov.
Now, 18
Thank
times
you.
negative. What the? 18 times negative 43 should end up being negative 774.
Why didn't you give
Ellie,
us
you
the
didn't get it
answer?
right. Ellie, you didn't get it right. Oh, she left already. Gosh. All right. But negative 7074 should be your answer. Okay?
Can we still do number 40?
What did I do wrong?
Look at the steps. There's any part that we mismatch.
I don't know.
Well, you got to look. I don't know either.
Yeah, you do. You're the teacher.
I can't look at your paper right now, can I?
So wait, so I'm doing 86 divided by 2.
What are we doing? 84?
84. What? 45? What?
Are we doing 45 as an exit ticket or 44?
Did we do 45?
Oh, I
No,
did it wrong.
Or 43.
Okay, Mr. Tobel, I got it right.
There you go. I'm going to do 45 still, and I'll keep recording just because I think we could use the more extra practice.
Can I go?
Can we do 43, please?
Sure, I'll do it.
Mr. Tobel, am I able to leave?
Sophia, did you get it before I told you the answer?
I just did it now on my phone to make sure.
I want you to
got it right.
stay one more then. Let's stay one more.
But I can't see the screen. It's like black.
So let's do
That's
number 43. Number 43, it's 1 to 22. Okay.
So is the N 22,
Good. N is 22.
and then the A1 is
Mr. Tobel, I can't
negative
see the
20.
problem.
No, it's not negative 20. It won't be negative 20.
Why isn't it negative 20?
We're going to plug in positive 1 in.
That'd be
So
11.
Negative 9 plus 11. Negative 9 plus 11
Is
So-
negative,
is going up
positive 3?
2.
2? I was close.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so negative 9 plus 11 is positive 2. Okay. Now we're going to plug in 22. Negative 9, 11 times 22 should be 242. Negative 9 plus 242 is going to be 233. So this is 233. And again, it helps to have a calculator. There's no shame in having a calculator.
Oh, I did. I just put it in wrong.
Well, I mean, there's a little shame of putting it in wrong. Make sure to put it in right. So,
I always put it in wrong and then I get the answer.
so
Okay,
now
so
we got-
wait, so you would do 22, and then in parentheses, you would do 2 minus 233 over
No.
2.
plus,
Plus.
that, because it's a positive 223.
Oh, my bad.
Last one we minus because it was negative.
Over
Yeah.
2. So that's 22 in parentheses.
2,
22 times 235.
Yeah. And then
yeah, definitely need a calculator. I'm going to use a calculator.
I'm doing
5,170 divided by 2 is 2,585. Is that right?
Tobel, I'm doing it right now. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm doing the math on a calculator, particularly Google. So 22 plus 2 times 233.
That's what I got.
2,585.
Yeah. And then divided by 2 is 2585.
I
Okay.
got
hey,
it.
I got
Thank
it.
you.
Good. So guys, before you leave, type in 2585 so I can count you as attendance. Okay.
Okay.
Type that in and then you can freeze out.
2585. Enjoy, Mr. Tobel.
Thank you.
No problem, Cecilia. No problem, Lily. You have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you, Mr. Tobel.
See you around, Rachel. Melanie, how are you feeling about this?
I'm feeling good. I just hi. Oops. Okay, so can we have a quick little meeting right now?
Sure. Let me stop recording. So